Hello and welcome to part 22. I got my numbers off, but now I'm getting them back on track again. This is actually part 22. I will correct it on the other videos in the description box. I do apologize. Sometimes that happens, especially when you're getting up into the higher numbers. But this is part 22 of You Think Jesus Created All Things. And you think all things are good. These are things that are beautiful and good. You see these clouds, how beautiful. He cometh in the clouds, after all. Now, I want to get back into this word, though. And it is currently 3:39 p.m. I'm having to redo this particular video because I went over my time. But when you do that, the Lord doesn't want me to do that, so I can't do that. So, because I have to do this the way He says. So there's nothing to do but to fix it and to redo it. So that's what we do. Doesn't matter how time consuming, because all time belongs to the Lord. How devoted are you to Jesus? And you may say, oh, well, you could do that because, you know, you don't have this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this to do. Well, I could have a lot of thises to do if I allow myself to do that, but I prefer to put the King first. So I won't allow myself to do all these other thises. People get angry at me because I won't do these things, but I don't care. Jesus comes first. He came last for far too long. He's come last for far, far too long, for reals. People, come on. So it's time for him to come first. Anyways, let's get on back into this word. First Thessalonians chapter 2, starting at verse 5. For neither at any time used we flattering words, as you know, nor a cloak of covetousness, which is greed. God is witness. God is witness. You know what? I don't do that either. I don't do that either. I want you set free by the Lord. And I don't come onto you and do these things for self-gain of any kind. My reward's in heaven for this stuff. I want nothing from you. You can't give me anything to get me to. You didn't give me anything to get me to start, and you can't give me anything to get me to stop. I'm here at the Lord's behest, and I will do as He commands. Yeah, I may speak sternly. I may speak in ways you don't like. I'm not here to please you. I'm here to please Him. As long as I'm pleasing Him, I'm good. It doesn't matter what you think of me particularly. All I care about is whether you think of Jesus. I mean, what you think of me is just, it's garbage anyway. It doesn't matter. See, because only what the Lord thinks of me matters now. Because you're going to love me or you're going to hate me. If you hate me, you are not on the right side of the track. If you love me, then you are at least on the track. Because you can't love without the Spirit of God. Not really. But there is a familiar spirit out there y'all need to be careful of. Try to convince you that it's a loving spirit when it's not. There's a difference in love and lust, as I have told you many times. And if they're not, it's not being done for the right reasons. If it's not been done for the glory of God, then it's not been done for the right reasons. I tell you the truth because I love you, and that is for the glory of God. I don't want His glory for myself. I'm not in this for me. I had a lot of lies spoken about me over the years. A lot of heartache, a lot of pain. Doesn't change anything. I forgive you. I love you. I want you to make it home. But I'm telling you right now, if you don't get this stuff under the blood of Jesus, if you don't come repenting to Him, you're still going to stand before Him for these things that you're doing against me. Now, that's how it is. And doesn't matter if you agree with me or not. You don't have to. Because I got the Lord on my side. And that's all I really need. Getting on back into this word, though. For neither at any time used we flattering words, as ye know, nor a cloak of covetousness. God is witness. Nor of men sought we glory, which is praise, neither of you, nor yet of others, when we might have been burdensome, which means expensive to you, when we may have been burdensome as the apostles of Christ. I have no desire in me to be burdensome. Freely we have received, freely we give. And that is my beliefs. We're not supposed to be charging for doing this. We're not supposed to bottle it up and charge a ransom more price for this. Freely you receive, freely you're supposed to give this gospel away to people. I already mentioned that in some of the other parts. We're not supposed to be charging for what we're doing for the Lord. And I don't, and I never will. If the Lord moves on your heart to do something for somebody, then you do something for somebody. You go do something. Help somebody. Help somebody that's out here actually in need. Don't help somebody that's already got helps. Help somebody that don't. Do something kind for somebody. Every day. Purposely go out of your way to I don't know, maybe smile at somebody, because you don't know what kind of day some people have. And you don't know how much a real smile is worth to some people. Or just a hug. Or an I love you. You don't know the value of these things if you haven't done without them. I've been without such things for over 15 months now. And now and again, a brother or sister at church will hug me and they will say, I love you. You don't know the value of that particular treasure right there if you've never been there. And I know the value of that treasure. When you've walked alone, truly alone, with God, and nobody but God in your corner, you know the value of these things. You really do. You may think, oh, you got family. No. Just because a person is born to a family doesn't mean that family is for them. Remember that. It doesn't mean that those people actually care about that person and that they want them around. Think about it. Because when you speak the gospel of the Lord and you speak it in truth in its entirety, people that are worldly will not want you around them. People that are of the devil, that are worldly and have evil spirits in them, they don't want godly people about them running their fun. They're ashamed of you and they don't want you around. And that's the truth. They're ashamed of you. My family is ashamed of me. They don't want me around for several reasons. I don't pharmakia, so they're afraid of me. They're afraid I'm going to give them the plagues that I can't even catch, or that I don't catch because the Lord doesn't allow it. But God had a reason for all this, and I'm grateful to Him for it. I may hurt, and I may suffer. My heart may break every day. See, because you all perceive that I buried 2 of my family members. And you perceive truly. Last year I did indeed. And you just assume that the other ones are still with me. But no. I lost my entire family when I lost Kenny and Bo. What I have left is the Lord and my family through Him. And this is truth. We're supposed to speak truth with all men. I'm speaking truth. Not because I want you to feel sorry for me, because I want you to know we can be overcomers of all things, through and by the blood of Jesus. I mean, this is not nothing in myself. I am nothing without the Lord. And I'm nothing without Jesus. I don't want to be anything. And that's the truth. And I don't want to be anything without the Lord. I can't be anything without the Lord, actually. None of us can, to be honest. And I love the Lord, though. And I just want to please Him. And that is the truth. So I will rebuke and I will bind whatsoever He tells me. I will speak against the beast system every time He tells me, and without fear. Why? Because greater is He that is in me than he that is in them. You all have to lose your fear of this world, and that is the truth. That is the truth. I will see you in the next part.